Hello, welcome to Take 10 on Tuesdays with the Tennessee Tribune. I'm Sandra Weaver. I'm the editorial director for the Tennessee Tribune, and our guest today is Lonnell Matthews, former councilman, who is now the director of the Mayor's Office of Neighborhoods and Community Engagement. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and my understanding is you're just about 4 months now into the position.
I am.
And have been...
Seems like a lot longer.
That's what I was about to say. You've been pretty busy. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Just some of the things that you have been working on and where they stand and what is the Office of Neighborhoods and Community Engagement. Let's start with that question.
Certainly. So the Mayor's Office of Neighborhoods and Community Engagement is the main office for handling constituent services that are directed toward the Mayor's office. So we handle constituent services. We provide support for neighborhood groups engaging with government agencies and departments. And we also do some neighborhood leadership training, facilitation, and we lead special initiatives that are proposed by the mayor.
Okay, special initiatives. So I know there has been one on youth violence that you have been involved with. Talk to me a little bit about that.
That was the first initiative. The mayor actually announced it before my start date in the office, and so day one I've been working on the Youth Violence Summit and youth violence reduction work. We actually planned the summit from December to February. We had 5 events that were held to get community input on assessing a baseline for what services and programs were the community already offering, what gaps in services are apparent that will help to reduce youth violence, and what are some of the priority areas that we should be focused on as a community. And so we're actually going to release the report from the summit this week. This week being the last week of March. This week, yeah. So I'll actually probably send a draft of the report to the mayor in the morning. She'll review it, and Thursday is our planned release date for the report from the summit. Can you give us any insights? Right now we've identified 6 priority areas. Everything from education to economic opportunity to making sure that neighborhoods are safe environments for young people and aesthetically pleasing and promote positive quality of life, health access, public health access, especially mental health access for young people both in and out of school, and restorative justice and diversion came out of the conversation, was a big part of the conversation. So those 6 priority areas we're going to focus on what the community feedback was, but in the report we've also made some recommendations to the mayor for actions that the community could take for her to make a call of action to the community. And what my understanding is you had really good turnout. We did. It was over 900 people that participated in at least one of the events. There was one particular event held at Rocketown where it was 400 high school students representing every public high school in Davidson County at that one event. So we were pleased with the turnout, pleased with the community feedback, and we look forward to putting out the report, but more importantly, getting to action, getting to work on really trying to reduce the youth violence. Just to put the problem in context, between 2010 and 2015, there were 16,955 violent incidents that involved people 25 or younger in our community. And so just last year, 2,700 or so incidents in 2015, and we had the highest spike in youth homicides in 2015 that we've had in 4 years. So, really? So it's something we need to pay attention to. It was 39. 39 of 78 total homicides in 2015. And this is youth under 20? 25 or younger. 25, wow. Yeah, so that's 50% of the total homicides in the city were youth. And are most of these African American young people? Or disproportionately involved African American males the most. Of the victims that were 25 or younger, 64% were black males. Wow. And of the suspects of all 78 homicides that were arrested, 34% were African American males. Then that's just caught and arrested. There are some unsolved and unresolved homicides. So
how does the community stay involved? They've now had a chance to participate. So what's the next step for the community?
So the call to action is how we want to engage the community. We want to be able to let the community know what they could do from mentorship opportunities, volunteering, in tutorial programs, after school programs, but also creating those job opportunities, economic opportunities for young people to actually have paid internships while they're in high school, or job opportunities during the summer is going to be a great ask of the mayor. And any access to mental health therapists, caseworkers that could help really diagnose kids and let them know what they need to be doing to make sure that they're mentally prepared for both school education and to be a positive pillar of their communities where they are. Youth violence is it's very clear from looking at the community feedback and putting the report together that youth violence is a symptom. It's not a issue or a root cause. There are underlying causes that really contribute to youth violence, and poverty is probably the number one issue. So addressing poverty in our community is directly correlated to youth violence and reducing youth violence.
So the call for more jobs for young people, as you said, more mentorships, but something where they're actually able to earn money that will help them in their home lives, help them go to seek higher education in whatever form it may be.
And for our younger demographic of youth, from birth to age 12 too, just reducing the amount of ACEs, the adverse childhood experiences that they may experience growing up that will contribute to behavior patterns that they develop. And also addressing school discipline, because there's a direct correlation between school discipline and the number of students that actually enter the prison system later on in life.
Okay. So would you consider it a crisis at this point? Or
I think it's an epidemic. David Williams, who's Vice Chancellor at Vanderbilt, was the first person to say that to me. But when I look at the information from the CDC, the leading cause of death of black males between the ages of 10 and 24 is homicide.
Wow.
It's the number one leading cause. So it is a public health issue. It's an epidemic, and unless we really get a hold on it and start to address the root causes simultaneously, and not address them in silos or individually, we're not going to make a difference. And so that's very incumbent upon the community to be able to address all the issues that are contributing to youth violence simultaneously.
So you're also going after physicians to be part of this discussion as well, and focusing on Meharry, medical students.
Yes, certainly.
This is going to cover quite a bit of ground.
It's going to take everyone. It's going to take the entire community to really make a difference in this area.
Well, we look forward to it. So then tell me a little bit about how you were on the council for 8 years.
Yes.
And so how did your background as a councilman prepare you for what you're doing now, which you had to jump in feet first pretty much and get everything going?
Certainly. So I served on the council for 8 years representing District 1 as their district council person. And when it comes to handling constituent services, being able to make sure that constituents of Nashville, residents of Nashville, really have a voice in the government, it really gave me the preparation I needed to be able to serve as director of the Office of Neighborhoods and Community Engagement. Of course, now my constituents cover the whole county, and I'm really representing the mayor's office and connecting them and making sure that they do get adequate responses from Metro departments, but building those relationships within Metro government over the last 8 years as a Metro Council person really equipped me with the tools and resources that I need to successfully complete the job.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. So what's this now? The report is coming out, so you'll be taking action steps. Are there any other special initiatives that the mayor is looking at this point?
Yeah, so number one, with the youth violence report coming out, we really want to open up that conversation and have a larger conversation about what opportunities are we creating for our youth across the county. Also, not just on violence, but taking a deeper dive into the root causes of health, economic opportunity, education. What are we doing to really address those root causes? So we're looking to update the Nashville's Master Plan for Children and Youth that was created in 2010. We want to do an update to that plan as part of the youth violence work that was started. That conversation, we want to expand that conversation. But also, our office is focused on the Mayor's Community Beautification Initiative, which she just announced. We're actually doing one of the largest citywide cleanups on April 23rd in the history of the city. Historically, from March 1st to the end of May is Keep America Clean, the period for Keep America Clean, and it's an initiative that our Public Works Department has been a part of for the last at least five to 10 years. And on average, each year we've had probably 30 cleanups. Well, since the mayor announced that she wanted to do this citywide cleanup and really bring attention to community beautification, we actually have 31 cleanups on that one day on April 23rd, planned all across this county. And during the period of the Great American Cleanup, we have close to 60 cleanups planned during the period from March to the end of May. But we want to continue to build upon that because we want our departments in Metro to work together. We know Public Works takes care of the right-of-way, but we want codes to be able to work with communities and neighborhoods to make sure that individual properties are beautiful as they can be, and that we're making the city more attractive because it's very difficult to litter when you see that it's really clean, but when you see litter on the ground already, it's easy to kind of contribute to it and become a part of it. So we want to detract people from littering. We're also working on the Mayor's Community Health Campaign and what that will look like. We were awarded a grant from the Federal Department of Interior for Let's Move, the First Lady Michelle Obama's initiative to get young people outdoors and active and address nature deficit disorder. So that's going to be part of our health campaign. We also have been awarded some funds from Blue Cross Blue Shield to have a Commit to Wellness campaign that we're going to lead for Metro employees. But from that campaign, we're going to challenge other employers in the city to a workplace health challenge, and also we plan to have some type of neighborhood health challenge. We're actually talking with the Governor's Foundation of Health and Wellness on a program called Healthier Tennessee that incorporates a neighborhood challenge and community challenge, and we will be the first metropolitan city in the state of Tennessee to participate in that program. The largest city up to this date is Clarksville.
Really? Okay.
So we're pretty excited about that initiative. And one of the final things I'll mention that we're working on right now, and I actually just did a pitch for the budget process for this, but we're working on creating a constituent response management system for Metro government that will just make it easier for constituents to have one entry or access point to be able to voice concerns or give suggestions about how Metro government could either address issues in their community or just work more efficiently. And right now we have great employees, but each department has their own technology system and databases that they work from. They don't communicate with each other, so it's hard to track data and know that we're spending our resources, time and talent on what really
area,
needs to be done to address the priorities of our constituency. So that's going to be a very large task to first have that database design, and then to be able to implement it in the community is going to be a pretty large task. So, but we're looking forward to it. It could be really exciting.
Oh, that sounds like it's perfect. In fact, that was leading to my next question: is how can the community get in touch with you if they have an issue or an idea for something that'll make their neighborhood better?
Certainly. So now they can get in touch with us by calling the mayor's office at 615-862-6000. You can email myself at lonnell.matthews@nashville.gov. That's LONNELL.Matthews, MATTHEWS @nashville.gov. You could email the mayor at mayor@nashville.gov. If you want to contact her with any concerns that you may have. Or you could just walk into our office if you just happen to be in Public Square or at City Hall. We do take walk-ins, and we'll talk to constituents about any concerns that they may have if we're available, not at meetings. Which oftentimes we are, but we do like to speak to constituents face-to-face. We are hosting Metro Nights Out, which is we're bringing government outside of our office and our walls out to communities. So we do that quarterly. The first Metro Night Out was in Bellevue this past March. We actually have one in May in the Donaldson area, and the third quarter We plan to go into maybe the Bordeaux area, and maybe into the Madison area to finish out this year for the last 2 quarters. So those events will be coming up, and we'll announce the dates for those.
Publicize those.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let us know so we can also publicize it for you.
No, certainly.
Well, thank you for coming in today.
No, thank
we
you.
appreciate it. Learned a lot more about what your office is doing, and thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here with us. So again, our guest has been Lonnell Matthews, who's the director of the Mayor's Office on Neighborhoods and Community Engagement. Thank you.